here what I'm doing is I've got the longest, crappiest bar I can find. This is mild steel, it's got a ding in it, it was bent. And that diameter. I've turned it down this far and it still hasn't got rid of the ding in it, but now it's straight. I was cutting it at around about 1000 RPM and I was getting 8 thousandths more cut here than about here, and then from here to here I was getting about 1,000th taper. So something was going on in this area, and I kept on twiddling with the screws and I was forcing the bar to go backwards. And I know I'm not doing it between centres, so it might not be having the greatest effect, but when I started, the taper from here to here was 4 thousandths, and then it was cut to taper 1 thousandths, but it was still from there to there it was cutting an 8 thousandths taper, and I was confused. Then I thought to myself, what if the bed's twisted? And I ain't going to go through the hassle of measuring it, so I just stuffed some cardboard underneath that, left this nut loose. I loosened both nuts off, shall I say, lifted the lathe up with a pry bar, stuffed some cardboard underneath that. Really accurate measurement, as you can imagine. A bit of thick cardboard folded in half, stuffed in. Then all I've done is I've come around here and tightened down the back nut. Then I ran down it quickly, just hand feeding it on this. And it started cutting about here. So that seemed to be good to me. So now what I'm doing is I'm just letting it go down. I'm in back gear. I've set it up in back gear. So I'm in back gear here. And I'm running at between 10 and 12 hertz on the VFD. Let's count up to 15 seconds and see how many RPMs we're doing. Pick a secondage to start at. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 in a quarter of a minute. You can all work that out. I'm doing things. I'll work it out in a minute. It's about 19 revolutions per quarter minute times 4. That's 8, so about 70 RPM there. Just about, I ain't working it out perfectly, but on this mild steel, and as we can see, I'm still not picking up here, don't know what that is yet. It's cut here, it's missed a bit here, and it's going there. It might just be it's pushing the bar away because I've not got a follow on it, but it's putting an ever so smooth finish on now. Very smooth finish coming on there. Well, yeah, it's pretty smooth. As opposed to when I'm going down at 1,000, 2,000 RPM and the thing's going down in about 25 seconds. Well, this has been running now for about 5 minutes and it's only got that far. So, after I've done this, I've got some measurements to make, see how parallel it is now, but I think it's going to be close. And if I've got 2 thousandths taper over that with this bodge, as it is in a temporary measure, I can make semi-accurate things that I need to make to not only get this working, to get my new Bridgeport milling machine working. What we got here was 673, 677 and 679 thousandths. Now, as we can see, there's 4 to there and then 2 to there, and it's not quite right. So that needed to be further away a bit. And because it's a bit uneven here still, what I did was I just slackened off that nut just ever so slightly, just took a bit of tension out of that nut where the cardboard's jammed underneath it, Again, this is all temporary. And then, this is a millimetre gauge, so you have to work it out. It was at 800ths, and I brought it round to, hold on a second, no, it was at 1800ths, and I brought it round to 40, so that's 2200ths of a millimetre, which is probably close to 10 thou. So now I'm going to be expecting that this will be slightly smaller now than that, just with that adjustment. But then I did loosen that off a bit, which would have given it a little bit more going that way with the twist coming out. As the bed twisted back a little bit, it would have forced the tailstock back a little bit, but I have forced the tailstock this way on the adjustment screws here. Does that make sense? Hope so. So after that adjustment, I put on a 5 thou cut using the cross slide. Well, I touched off, it might have been a bit heavy touching off, so it might be more than 5 thou, but I've got down it. Now at the start, remember it was -6 here, so it was 6 thou more material here than what there was here. And I've got it down here now, it's at 6, 4, 2, 8. I've measured it in tenths this time. Forget the -6. And I've got 6, 5, 3, 6, so it's quite a considerable amount bigger in the centre. And then it's 6, 4, 2, 3 here. So I've got less than half a thou difference end to end, but it's bigger in the centre. Now I was thinking this is going to happen because I know the centre height vertically as opposed to horizontally, this is just shimmed. So now I'm cutting a double taper. I'm cutting the taper to the centre and then from the centre down to the end there. And that is because the centre height, I believe, going up and then down. I'm just going to put a skim across it. It could because it could be because the shaft is flexing too. So I'm now going to do a skim pass down at the same setting. No, I'm not, because I haven't got the same setting because I didn't come back. Oh man, the things you need to forget. So I went down it, and then I pulled the tool away. So you can see I pulled the tool away. So I can go down it without touching the shaft all the way down, because I'm a clever bastard like that. And then I'm going to take a light pass. I will put on half a thou at the start here, and I'll go down the whole thing again, and I'll see if it takes off a load of material in the centre and measure it again. OMG, OMG. Right, let's bring this round so it's out of the glare. There we go, into the glare, out of the glare, whatever. So we've got 6302, 6298. Now, as you can appreciate, that's less than half a thousandth. Then we've got 6302. We'll cover the other one up for a start. Then we're covering that one up because that's strange. I've got 6305. I'm quite happy with that, but what happened there? I do not know. For some reason it's cut deeper in that section. You can see in the finish that it's cut deeper here for some reason. Don't know why that is. I don't think it's in the bed because it was perfectly level all the way down for some reason. Maybe I've got too much tension in this and it's slightly flexing the bar out a little bit here. I don't know, but that is a whole 2 thousandths lower right here. I can map this bit out a bit better and see where the taper starts and the taper ends, but there's a little taper just here. If I told you I could feel it, you'd probably think I was lying. There we go. Sweet. I think tailstock is now aligned good enough. That is sweet. And it ended up being 300ths under 0. So I did go to 13 and it started overcutting, blah 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 blah. Anyway, that is close enough. Yeah.